Hey, what's going on? Todd Shaw with another episode of the Sawdust Dude. You got problems with your support posts or your columns on your porch? Stay tuned for this episode. I'm going to show you how to fix your problem. Dude, want to welcome you back. Hey, if you're a subscriber, I appreciate you watching, or if you're new to the show and you just kind of stumbled across this channel, welcome. Let me ask you to hit that subscribe button and that little notification bell, and so you can get in on what's going on with the Sawdust Dude. Well, we're here in beautiful Southwest Virginia. Got another lodge cabin maintenance thing, and got some nice timbers here that we're going to be working on today. So we're going to show you how to replace timbers by jacking up the deck, and this can work with 4x4 post or really any deck. Same kind of principles. This is a log that Jason and I replaced years ago. You know how that just sounds solid, but then we come over here and check this one out. Uh-oh, no bueno. You can just kind of, when you see moss and mold growing out of it, you know that's a bad sign. It's got water damage, it's got rot in it. Here's one. We came out earlier this past summer because we couldn't get to this job right away. And we love these customers to death. They're awesome people. So we wanted to make sure that they were safe. So we had to go in and put this 4x4 post, that's easy for you to say, just as a temporary fix for security purposes. But you can see once again the powder post beetles have just torn this thing to pieces. And so basically you just got the heart of the log way inside, which about equals a 4x4 post. The heart of the log is the only thing holding this part of the deck up. So we need to take care of that. All right, one of the things that you want to do before you start jacking up a deck, really you got to inspect the other dude's work. You know what I'm saying? And it seems like I've had a lifetime of repairing and fixing other people's mistakes. A big no-no on this one. Before I start jacking up, what I want to look for are the joints here. Now typically, I mean, you're going to have a joint because, you know, this thing may be, you know, 40, 50 feet long, and you just don't have lumber 40 and 50 feet long. You use 12s and 16s and things like that. But from here, they have a joint right here. So that's a weak point. A weak point. Try that again. A weak point because you have the two butt joints there. Now typically what you want to do is you have the butt joints, and then you take another board and kind of center it up so you don't have joints anywhere close to this. But come on the inside and check this out. There's a butt joint right here, literally 4 inches from the other joint. So before I go jacking on this, I got to make sure that I have support on both sides, because I've got 2 boards, this outside skirt, that are basically have joints right there together. This makes this extremely weak. So before I go jacking on this side and thinking I got it, well, this side over here all of a sudden starts carrying a heavier load, and it makes this extremely brittle and for catastrophic failure, as they say on Forest and Fire. So your knife will kill. Okay, so I've got my bottle jack in place. I got it set up where I want to go, and my 4x4, I've got it far enough away so I can get my other log in here. And we're kind of working around this wall and everything, so we've got some obstacles. But what I want to do to make sure that this 4x4 doesn't kick out, I'll make sure it's plumb. So I've got my bullet level, and just needs to bump over this way just a hair and a hair more. And so I've got it plumb that way, and then we'll try again this way. And wow, that's pretty close. I'm just gonna slide the bottom out because I want that really, you know, under both of those 2x8s up there, 2x10s. And so we have it just so and just right. So let me kick this bottom out a little bit. Got that, that's looking great. And over here, that's super good. And then I'll just take it up and just put a little pressure on it. And I can see this post moving already. So just those 2 pumps, I've got it. But what I want to do, guys, is this. I just want to take some decking screws and just kind of toenail up in the top and get this real secured. Because I don't want the top kicking out either. So you got to worry about the bottom and the top, but it's just a real simple toenail, and just one on both sides, and that ought to be good secure. And since I got another screw, I just might as well go ahead, run that in there. So we're good to go there. Well, like I said before, we've got to support the other side, so we're just going to duplicate this over there too. Now let me add this. You don't have, your deck may not have big logs like this, and you just have 4x4s or 6x6s. Same principle for every kind of deck, okay? So this works across the board, okay? All right, so we're working on our support post that we're going to use to jack up the deck, and you don't need to jack it up a whole lot. The existing posts, we need maybe just a 1/4 inch clearance so we can slide the old one out and the new one back in. But you want to do that safely because there's a lot of load and a lot of pressure on the deck, and so you want to be smart about it, okay? Here's a little tip, a tip that I learned from a guy that was helping me one time, and we just kind of got the center of this 4x4 post and drilled it out and made sure it was nice and clean in there, so when our bottle jack fit in there, that it wouldn't kick out. So that's a nice little feature to have, because I like to have backups. So if one thing fails, the deck doesn't come down. So you got 2 and 3 backups. So let me just show you things we talked about earlier about safety and not letting those jacks kick out. We screw the top of these 4x4 posts after we get them plumbed up. You remember the little hole we made in the bottom? Yep, just like that. So that's going to fit right on top of our bottle jack, just like this. That way it won't kick out. And then we can just kind of screw that up and get it all plumbed up. Yeah. One of the things that you definitely want to do before you go putting the logs up or even building a log cabin on the log ends is seal them up real good. We use a product from Perma Chink called Log End Seal, and it kind of goes on milky looking and then dries clear. And if you'll remember back from like science projects where you took a piece of celery and you stuck it in a glass of red water, and you could see that celery, even though it was harvested, it would still suck up that red dye into the plant. Well, logs are the same way. Even though they're not in the forest anymore, those ends will still draw up moisture. So you have to be real careful, because if you get moisture in the log, that's what attracts bugs. So I got the product over here from Perma Chink, Log End Seal. Good stuff, awesome stuff. Easy to work with, warm water cleanup, that's a good thing. Hey, you ever seen these things advertised in like the big box stores or on TV or call now? And they're pro straps or moving straps. And these things, I want to tell you, I've had them for about 4 years. Everybody have said the same thing every time. Like, this thing's really work. Well, check this out. You kind of put them up, and I even put them up kind of high by my elbows. We can put it around the end of the log, and then boom, just like deadlift straight up. Yeah, brother. This came from my cardiologist yesterday. Are you active, Todd?
No.
I got the vision. we cut it up little pieces, and normally we would haul this stuff off to the landfill or whatever. But today we have special treat for boy and girl. Welcome to Moscow Circus, where we have log rolling. Here comes the infamous Jason. Let's see how far he can get log downhill. Hiya! Yes! And it's still going. Alright, well, Jason's just finishing up the final touches and do a little shimming on it. He's putting the screws in the top, and basically the weight just holds this whole thing in place. So it's kind of a simple process, but as you can kind of tell, we were struggling, just the two of us. I don't know, it's a couple 100 pounds. It's 700 pounds we picked up. Nah, just joking. But anyway, hey, so thanks for watching the Sawdust Dude. Remember, hit that subscribe button, the bell for the notifications, and thanks for watching the Sawdust Dude.